Hi guys, my name is Lara Kudaisi and I am the matchmaking mistress. Welcome back. Today is a new week and I am here with another video, and the title is how to move on from a heartbreak. How do you move on from a heartbreak? You know, I know this is one of the most trickiest topic ever because lots of people have gone through heartbreaks. You know, you should know me by now. I'm the queen of heartbreaks. 14 heartbreaks, you know. It wasn't funny, man. It wasn't really funny. You know, how did I pick up myself? How did I move on? A lot of people get me to ask that question, you know, when I see them physically or when they talk to me on phone, or you know, whenever we have opportunity to talk, people always ask me, how do you move on? Because I know it's one of the most painful experiences ever. It's like you feel like breath is leaving your body. You know, that kind of thing. Like, I just want to die. I just want to die because, you know, you have wrapped yourself or your world around somebody, and then all of a sudden, you know, they just cut you off, or it's very painful. It's like they just rip up your, you know, heart in pieces. I know how painful that is, you know, but be as it may, you have to move on from a heartbreak. You cannot be there forever. You cannot stay forever. And people usually say time works, time helps. What I realized is that time does not heal wounds like people normally say. People say time heals wounds. It is not all the time. Sometimes time covers wounds. It just covers it up. It doesn't really heal. See, I've met or dealt with people or coached people that, you know, they've been heartbroken for the past 5 years or 8 years, you know, and they've dated other people, but they've not gotten over that 8 years heartbreak, or the heartbreak that happened 8 years ago. They've not gotten over it. They've not gotten over the heartbreak that happened 12 years ago. So how come time has not healed that wound? Time, my own opinion is, time covers wounds. Sometimes, you know, when you have a wound, sometimes that wound doesn't necessarily heal from the inside. He just covers up. And then when you poke it again someday, you poke it with a stick, with pain, with something, before you know it, pus begins to come out, blood begins to come out, because it's not properly healed. You have to treat your wound. You have to deal with your heartbreak before you move on to the next person. There's this opinion or mindset that we have as Nigerians, especially ladies, that, you know, my next will be better than my ex, you know, it's his loss, let me move on to the next person. It's a very terrible mindset. I'm telling you, very terrible one that can even put you in more trouble. Because if you don't deal with the heartbreak, you're moving and going to somebody else with pain in your heart. You're still hurt. You're going to hurt that person normally. That next relationship will likely break, because they say hurting people hurt others. It is a normal thing. It is a normal phenomenon in life. You know, that is why I'm making this video, because I want you to deal with your heartbreak. I just don't want you to take it for granted that time, I'll forget about him. No, you will forget about him, but what if they mention his name around you? How do you feel? What if, you know, you want to get into another relationship? Well, how do you know that you are properly healed from a heartbreak? It is when the previous experience is not negatively affecting the new relationship that you're on. So let me quickly get into it. Number one thing that you need to do is to accept it. Accept the fact that you have been heartbroken. Accept the fact that this has happened. They have broken my heart. He has left, or he said he's no longer interested. She said she's no longer interested. So many people don't accept it. I was like that for a while. My last relationship that got broken, I was that heartbroken, and I was in self-denial. I started praying. I started saying, no, it cannot happen to me. He's not going to leave me. No. The devil is over my blah blah blah. And I started praying. I started going to his house, still calling him, trying to be nice. And this guy was taking me for granted, bringing ladies and, you know, giving me attitude. But I thought, you know, that was denial. You don't need that. You do not need that. You are a human being that should have dignity. Respect yourself enough to accept it. If somebody say they don't want to be with you anymore, I know it is painful. I can tell you. See, I know what it means. It is very painful, but you got to accept it. You have to accept it. You need to accept it. Accept it. He said he's no longer interested. She said he's no longer interested. It is painful. But you need to accept it so that you can be able to deal with the hurt. Now, after you accept it, what do? 2, grieve. It is normal. Grieve. When somebody dies, you should grieve. Cry if you have to. You know, mourn if you have to. People who don't mourn when they suffer loss, it affects them later in life because they keep it all in and then they burst, or they, at a point in their lives. We don't want that for you. Mourn, grieve, cry, do whatever you do. My own, I will mourn, I will cry. I'll start sending emails to the person every day, because that's how it works for me. That's what works for me. I will be because the more I'm crying, the more I'm remembering. But he promised me this. But he told me he loved me. He told me that he will marry me. He told me this. He told me that. I'm replaying all those conversations. And I want answers. Sometimes I have to journal. I have to write it down. Some people do that. You write it down. Some people write it down. It helps you get it out of their mind. But me, I have to send it to the person. I send it. I will be like a mess for like 2 months, 3 months, like a typical, like, stupid mess. I'm telling you, you don't want to meet me when I'm heartbroken. I will feel like my life is over, because normally it affects your self-esteem. You begin to say, am I not enough? Am I not good enough? What am I doing wrongly? Why is it that they don't want me? Rejection is terrible. It's painful. It makes you begin to question your whole, your whole existence. Guys, let's not joke with it. Let's not sweep it under the carpet. Let's not say, I beg, it's their loss. It is real. Heartbreak is killing. Like, I don't know how else to express this. It is painful. It can rubbish you. I'm telling you, it can rubbish your totality of who you are. Have you ever seen a man? Men, they will be like, they form like, it doesn't get to me. If you see a man that is really, really heartbroken, oh, you will see a man break down like this. You want to cry for that person. So my number 2 point is that mourn. I said number 1, accept it. Number 2, mourn and grieve it. But the third one is don't stay there. Do not stay there. Do not stay there. Take whatever time you need, but don't stay there. This is the time to reach out to friends. Reach out to your friends. Reach out to your family members. Maybe people that you have abandoned. It happens, especially girls. We do it a lot. When you're in love with somebody, the love is so shocking you. You're forgotten about your friends. You don't call them anymore. You don't hang out with them anymore. This is the time to do all of that. Create a routine so that you don't go, be at home and you're crying all by yourself. Go out more with your friends. Talk more. Some people, we have 2 different people. Categories of people when heartbreak occurs. For some people, they have to talk it out. They have to keep talking about it. That's me. As in, you will be tired. Like, my friend will be like, Lara, can we change topic? Because that's all I'm going to be. That's, hey, look at what Jide, and Jide told me that this, that's for some people. For me, somebody like me, the more I talk about it, the more healing I get, the more it gets out of my system. But some people avoiding to talk about it works for them. Like, they don't even want to talk about it, like, so if that's, you need to know, because there's no one way fit or size it all. You need to know what works for you. You understand? So, and people, if you have somebody like me that is your friend, that when she's heartbroken, all she keeps talking about is the guy or the relationship, don't shut them up. My friend used to do that. Yes, I'm calling you out. I know you used to do that a lot for me. They shut them up. Shut up. Shut up. Is it only this guy? Move on. It doesn't work that way. It does. People expect you to just be strong. Not everybody's like that. At least I know I'm not like that. People, they just say, shut up, forget about it. Don't say that to people. Let them please themselves. Let them say whatever they want at that particular time. That's how they feel. They have the right to express themselves. So I said number 3 is that go out more, be with your friends. Number 4, find a new hobby. Find a new hobby. One of those times that I got heartbroken, what I did, I started learning swimming. My dear brothers and sisters, if you know how to swim, you know. If you know, you know. By the time I come back at night, oh God of Nazareth, I'm knocked down. Like, my body, the whole of my body, I can't even think anymore. So, because normally when you're heartbroken, it is when you're alone that you think more. It is when you're alone that your reality hits you more. At least for people like me, when I'm outside with my friends, I forget about the issue or the person. But when I get back to myself or I'm alone, that's when I need to think more. I start to think more. That's why you need to avoid being alone for most of the time. And so engage in a hobby. For me, it was swimming. It could be book reading. It could be somebody told me he joined the book club. It could be just volunteering somewhere. You need to channel that energy somewhere. Channel that energy. Discover new things. And then number 5, fix yourself. Explore. Discover yourself. That's the best revenge ever. It's not to go and get somebody else and show them and prove them wrong. That is wrong. Fix yourself in the sense that, okay, this is me. That's what I do anyways. When I go to a heartbreak, sometimes that's when I change the color of my hair. You know, that's when I try to look different. I lose weight. I want to look different. Maybe, okay, I'll say, okay, let my skin color. Try to discover something that is new or that you have neglected a lot about you. If working out, exercises will help you lose weight, pay more attention to your physical looks, you know, pay more attention to your mind. You know, your self-recovery is important. You can take courses. Take courses. Go to, you know, I know somebody who told me that's when she started doing courses in emotional intelligence, anger management. Not like she knows that she needed it, but she just needed to do something different. You have to try to do something different, because when you are trying to get over that person, that's when you begin to discover something new about yourself. See, this is what happens to me. This is what my own pattern of heartbreak. The first 1 month, I'll be like, I'm dead. Like, my life is over. I can't even breathe without this person. I'm just going to die. What's going to happen to me? But as time goes on, the second month, the third month, the fourth month, then I now begin to see, wow, you wasted your time. Why were you with that person? I now begin to see their faults. I now begin to see, I even lost myself just to please this person, and it was never even enough for them. So I just mourn. Like, that's when I now begin to gather that courage of no, I don't even want them in the first place. They are not even worthy of me, in the first place, So you need to get to that point and make sure you heal. See, there is no time frame. The last one is take all the time you need. There is no time frame. If it is 1 year for you, please take it. People will come that they want to date you. If you know that you're not genuinely healed, stay on your own. It's not by force. Nobody is marking time for you. People have been married. Let me tell you. I know people that are married that are now regretting because they are not over their ex. They didn't deal with that. Now they are hurting in their new relationship, or they are hurting the next guy. But people be telling you, don't because of this one, why waste your time? Don't because of this boy, don't because of this girl. And no, don't do that. Don't let people control your life. Nobody is marking time for you. All this biological clock. Don't. It is what kills us in Africa. Please remove the battery of the clock. Keep it somewhere so that the clock, will stop ticking for a while. Because that is what is killing women. Biological clock. You're not 35, you're not 40. So people now get married, they're not happy. People are now they're 45, they're leaving the marriage. They're not happy with their life. You don't want your life to be like that. You don't want to end up like that, So thank you so much for joining me, on this video today. I hope you have learned something. You can always call me whenever you need my help with matchmaking, relationship coaching, or therapy. Call me on 080-606-55460 or email me at omolarakudaisi@gmail.com, or go to my website www.larakudaisi.com and follow me on all social media platforms at larakudaisi on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere, Snapchat, everywhere that there's social media. That's my name everywhere. Thank you so much for joining me this today. And I always say, it is never too late to live happily ever after. Bye for now.